So it's Monday, April 1st. I actually just uploaded last week's video, like literally 2 seconds before I started filming this stuff, because I was working really hard on my lesson plans all weekend. I was up until like 2 in the morning of Friday night, Saturday night, and last night, but I finished them. I didn't even finish it last night. I woke up today and finished it, and I've been graded on the first 2. I've not been graded on the last one, so hopefully they do that soon so I know if I need to redo it. I would kind of like to talk about my experience with the online TEFL course. It was a lot of good things and a lot of bad things. I think the good things were it was self-paced, so I was able to take my time and really just write down as many notes as I wanted to, and if I didn't finish a unit, I didn't have to worry. I could just come back and restart it. And as far as the quizzes go, I think that the quizzes are really good and really useful to kind of see that you grasp the subjects, and they weren't hard, because I think that the units taught the information really well, so the module quizzes weren't very hard as long as you actually read and took notes. And I liked that you could retake them. I didn't have to retake any of them. My lowest one, I got the minimum score that you needed to pass, which was 28 out of 36, but all the other ones I got between 33 and 35, so I always missed at least one. But that's how it goes sometimes. I think that having the students create lesson plans as kind of the final for it was a good idea. Maybe it wasn't put into practice as well as it could have been, but I think the idea was good. And yeah, I just enjoyed the videos that we had to watch, and I really feel like it did prepare me for teaching for EF in China. But onto the more negative aspects, there were a lot of errors within the units, because the units were kind of like it was kind of a video, but you click through it, and sometimes the units themselves had errors such as spelling errors, grammatical errors, repeating sentences, repeating slides. There were errors with formatting, so sometimes you couldn't read the slide you're on very well because everything was shifted down so you couldn't see, or it was too small or kind of wonky, as well as some of the in-unit questions which you weren't graded on, luckily, because some of them I just couldn't answer them because I couldn't see the answers or the options very well, so I just kind of had to answer the ones I could see and just kind of guess on the other ones, like try to click something. And that happened quite a few times, so that was, if it was necessary for me to pass the unit, it would have been more of an issue, but since it was more of just kind of like a testing your knowledge thing as you went, it wasn't that big of a deal. And as far as the lesson plans as a final, so like I said, even though it stressed me out, I enjoyed it because I like making lesson plans. I've done it another time before, but I think that they really should have dedicated at least one unit to making lesson plans, because the instructions within the unit, they didn't explain how to make, or within all of the modules, they never once explained how to do a lesson plan. And their justification was, well, you can look at this example and it says warmer. Well, you learned what a warmer was, so you just got to make your own. But the way they wanted it formatted was really confusing. The examples weren't very helpful, honestly, especially because some of them also had errors in them. And the instructions were really vague. Like, it would say something just like discuss habits, and I don't know what they mean by that, and there's really no way to clarify, and they would give one slide that you had to use, but without the context of what you're really supposed to be going for. It wasn't very helpful, but I kind of just took it and went my own way with it on the adult learners module, or the adult learners lesson plan, and I still passed, so I guess it was okay that I kind of just did my own thing. But the online learners lesson plan was extremely hard because it was more vague, it was more confusing, confusing. The example was almost a carbon copy of the adult learners one, but just different enough, as well as it also said that it was discussing habits, but the slide that they provided was about hobbies. Things like playing the guitar, going shopping, doing yoga, reading books. Those are hobbies, not habits. Maybe you can look at it in the context, and this is kind of how I did it to try to justify it, was the context of having a habit of doing those hobbies. I don't know if that's what they wanted. I haven't found out yet because it's not been graded, but I kind of went my own way and included teaching about frequency. So how often do you read or whatever. So, if you read every day, it's a habit. If you read never, it's not a habit. I'm really not so confident about that one. I was confident in the other two as far as the content, although I wasn't sure if kind of swing it. I swung the original habits one to be about if your habits are healthy or unhealthy, and kind of like letting the students debate a little bit. And I was confident that the lesson was good, but I wasn't confident that it was what they wanted. But for the online learners one, I'm a little bit less confident, so we'll see. But I did my course feedback, and that was something that I mentioned, was I think that they should at least have a unit. I mentioned that they should at least have one unit dedicated to lesson plans, because I feel like if I had never made a lesson plan before, I would have been way more lost and way more confused, and it would have made it even harder and even worse. Because the other time I did a lesson plan was when I took a middle grade education class at WKU, and we spent like 3 classes talking about lesson plans, and it was a night class, so it was like a 4-hour class with a break in the middle. So like, we spent hours and hours on it, and then he gave us an example and told us how he wanted it to be done, but we could make it about anything we wanted. So the content was actually kind of vague with that, but the instructions were very clear and very specific. But I despite all those things, I do really feel like it was a valuable experience, and I would say that if I could just kind of touch it up and give it a little TLC and refine it a little bit, I think that could make it a lot better and a lot more enjoyable for learners. So other than that, I'm excited. I had to reorder my diploma because apparently I have to have my middle name on it also, which when they said my passport name, I thought the issue was just that my married name was on my diploma and my maiden name was on my passport, so I ordered a new diploma with my maiden name on it, and I got a message from my visa recruiter today, and she just said, is that your new diploma that you uploaded? And I was like, yeah, that's the new one. And she was like, it has to have your middle name on it as well. It has to be your full passport name. I was like, okay. But luckily, she didn't seem too annoyed with me. I feel like I keep messing stuff up, and she's probably just sitting over in China like this dumb woman. What is she doing? I think I'm getting ready to go to the store. I bit my tongue. I think it was yesterday, and I have a really big blister on it now, and it really hurts, so I'm gonna go get some blister ointment. I don't know what it's called. You know what I'm talking about. Orajel, yeah. So I'm gonna go do that. Get away from Cooper for a while because he's getting on my nerves, so I need a break. As much as I will. I also have some kind of bad news. I stuck to that every other day liquid diet thing, and I didn't exercise as much as I should have. I can 100% say that, but I was expecting that I would have at least lost a little weight, but I didn't lose any weight at all. I didn't gain, but I didn't lose any, and I stuck to it and stayed under 2,000 calories. I stayed around between 13 and 1,600 every day, except for the day I had the pork fajitas that I talked about in my last video. And then yesterday I had Sonic because I told Tu, I was like, I'm ready to pull my hair out with these lesson plans. I just want to go with Sonic. So, but that's the only time I went off track, so I don't understand why I didn't make any progress. If you can hear that music, they're fixing the apartment below me because the people moved out and they've been playing really loud music, and it's extremely annoying. But yeah, I was hoping to at least, I would thought that being at had a caloric deficit of 500 or more every day, I would still at least lose some, but I didn't. So I'm a little bit annoyed by that, but you know, just gonna keep sticking to it. I'm gonna try to start exercising more. My goal is to go to the gym tomorrow, and I really don't want to because I have such bad gym anxiety. I hate going, but you know, I'm just gonna suck it up, and I'm gonna try to go tomorrow. So because I'm not used to going to the gym, so you know, I don't know what to do. I'll probably be there looking like a moron, flopping around the weights and stuff. I don't know. And that's not to say I didn't work out at all in the last 2 weeks. I did, just not as much as I probably should have. But I'm probably gonna go ahead and get ready to go because my tongue is killing me. It goes where the bluster is. It touches my teeth every time I speak. So, I'm going to be making some. What was it? It's like creamy mushroom pork chops. I think it's the name for it. I might make a kitchen calamity episode out of that. We'll see. Okay, so it's Tuesday, April 2nd. I just got home a little bit ago. I went this morning. I was gonna go to the gym. I was determined to go. I was like, I'm gonna suck it up and go. But then it was actually really nice out, so instead of going to the gym and walking on the treadmill, I walked almost 2.5 miles just down the road on the sidewalk, just kind of around the neighborhood. So I still walked. I figured since it's so nice out, there's no point in driving to the gym when I could just walk outside. Cooper, go away. But where I just got back from, was a place called Undeniable Ink, and I got my very first tattoos as early birthday gifts to myself. So, hi, buddy. Can I help you? Oh. Get off me. Off. Get off me. Cooper, off. But yeah, the place was called Undeniable Ink, and here's the tattoos. It's not wanting to focus very well, but this is my little sailboat. And that one looks kind of gross, but it's just a little semicolon. It only took maybe 20-30 minutes to do. So, I would say about my first tattoo experience, it hurt. Can you stop? It hurt pretty bad. I mean, I expected it to hurt. And I wouldn't say that it hurt any more or less than I thought it would. It just hurt differently than I thought it would. I just kind of like squeezed my eyes really tight. The worst part was when she was kind of doing the pull of the sailboat up and down. There's like a tendon there, I guess, so that was probably the most painful aspect. But I think it was a good experience. The artist who tattooed me, she goes by Frenchie. She was super sweet and was really like easy to talk to and very helpful and very informative for me because, you know, this being my first tattoo, I had a lot of questions and I was very kind of ignorant to the whole thing, so she just was very patient, walked me through it, and I had a good time. So other than that, I'm kind of hungry, so I'm probably gonna eat a snack, and then I might even take a nap because I'm just worn out. I think it's probably from the walk today, and it's not that I didn't sleep well last night, because when I was asleep, but I kept waking up. Two kept waking me up all night. And then at like 5 o'clock this morning, he got called and had to go to work earlier than he thought. So I've been awake since then because I couldn't get back to sleep after he left. Cooper. What are you doing? Look at this little rotten turd. You're rotten. You're rotten. To buy a little blue blanket to put on the couch so that Cooper could sit up here. I still don't want him on the couch, but whatever. Come with me. Yeah. What? What? Ow, don't bite me. Don't bite. What's a good boy? The creamy mushroom pork chops last night turned out really good. The creamy mushroom sauce was a little bit runnier than I would have liked it. I think I messed up a little bit and put the heavy cream in before I was supposed to, so maybe that's why it turned out a little runnier than it was supposed to. But it still tasted really good, and I still really liked it. Tu really liked it as well, so we'll definitely probably eat that again sometime. And it was super simple to make, and I just roasted some veggies with it. Other than that, making shrimp creole tonight. We'll see how that turns out. Should be, assuming I do it right, it should be tasty. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for now. It's Thursday, April 4th. I'm just kind of hanging out with Cooper. He's not been feeling too good, so we've been kind of taking it easy today. Well, at least he has. Hi, baby. You say hello? Yeah. But I've spent the last 4 hours elbow deep in harsh chemicals because somebody, not me, washed and dried 2 pens and just filled the dryer with ink and get down off. I know that ink that's in the dryer now won't get on our clothes when we dry them, but I really wanted to clean it off because it looks like crap. And I feel like my efforts have gone thoroughly unappreciated, but at least I know it's clean now. So I'm a little bit broken out, probably from the stress. I also went grocery shopping today, and I cleaned the kitchen some this morning. I was going to sweep, but then I broke the broom, so I had to get a new broom. But when I came home, you know, I hadn't accounted for having to scrub out the dryer for 4 hours, so I'm not doing anything else today. I've got dinner in the slow cooker. I'm just making broccoli and beef, so it's pretty low effort. But for future reference, for anybody who's wondering if you dry a pen, magic erasers, Goo Gone, and like 4 hours of hard scrubbing, and you too can get it off. It may be easier if you catch it while it's a little fresher, but it sat there overnight and nobody told me about it till this morning, so that's great. I look like the guy from Treasure Planet with my bangs. I need to get them trimmed, but for now I'm just kind of splitting them down the middle. I have to go to either the local police department, courthouse, or county clerk tomorrow to do some stuff for China while I'm waiting for my 3rd copy of my degree to come in, which took 2.5 to between, which took more than 2 but less than 3 weeks. So hopefully it'll come faster this time. They've been really patient with me, but I'm worried that I have to get all this done by the end of the month, so. But other than that, I did my page for last month in my scrapbook just a little bit ago, so that's done. I really enjoy scrapbooking. I started doing it in 2016, in like August of 2016, and 2016 and 2017 I just kind of did it when I thought about it. I wasn't too rigid with it, but for last year and so far this year I've done a page for each month, and then also for like big events. So like I did a page for Easter, I did a page for graduation, I did a page for our wedding. I think there were a couple other things that got its own page, as well as that month got a page. So there's like there's 4 pages just for December, because I had there's 5, because I had graduation photos, which is actually just blank. I did graduation photos, which is actually just blank, but that's a whole story. I did the regular month of December. I did our wedding, I did graduation day, and then I did Christmas. So, but I like scrapbooking because it's kind of like you can be kind of crafty with it and get a chance to be creative, but it's kind of low key. You can make it, each individual page is ornate and complicated, or it's just simple and to the point as you want. I'm starting to run out of stickers, so I'm gonna need to get some more. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for today. I didn't really film yesterday because I just wasn't feeling it. I kind of felt like crap all day. So I just I think I did a lot of laundry, and that's pretty much all I did yesterday. I don't think I even left the house yesterday other than to walk Cooper, which was a pain. There's a lot of leaves blowing around now. When he sees a leaf, he like chases after it and pulls on the leash, and he tripped me twice. So after that I was like, I'm done. We're going home. We're cutting this short. So, but I'll probably show dinner if I think about it. I expect to be treated like a freaking queen for at least 3 days after what I went through scrubbing out that dryer. So, but you'll definitely see some stuff from tomorrow, because tomorrow's my birthday, and we're going to go get my favorite food, which is Korean food. So, and that should be fun.
It's your birthday.
Yes. Okay, so I still feel really awkward vlogging in front of other people, but it's Friday, April 5th, which means it's my birthday, so we're just going to go get some Korean food right now, and I'm really excited. So, can I show you on camera?
No.
Okay.
No one must see me.